The Lux and Tenebris Award is presented to a member of the St. Thomas Aquinas High School community who has made a significant, enduring contribution to humanity in keeping with the ideals and mission of St. Thomas Aquinas, specifically with respect to service and sacrifice. These contributions are primarily seen as activities which promote the welfare of humankind, especially through the alleviation or elimination of pain and suffering, and toward seeking a just world. I met Mike Brandt when he came to St. Thomas Aquinas as a theology teacher, and I was with the English department. At that time, there were three things most notable about Mike, at least to me: his ever-present cup of coffee, a coterie of students fascinated with the philosophers of whom he spoke, and his technological know-how. It was this last part that formed the common ground for the two of us. He was far more conversant with IT than I was, but back in the day, I was the school's tech guru. It was a case of, in the kingdom of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. And Mike was one of my go-to guys. But think of that. A teacher who was equally at home with Sartre and software, as much at ease with the theology of St. Augustine as with the technology of Stephen Jobs. It certainly made the steady loss of that intellect poignantly sad. A steady loss which was caused by frontotemporal degeneration, or FTD. This rare and fatally progressive disease struck Mike shortly after he left St. Thomas Aquinas to return to the tech world, and it gradually left that powerful intellect mute. However, Mike also had a family whom he adored and who adored him. And when his technological knowledge had faded and the writings of the great thinkers were forgotten, what remained was the love. Mike's wife, Katie Brandt, has held on to that love with as firm a grip as she held Mike's hand throughout his disease. And from that devotion sprung Katie's campaign to bring an awareness of this disease, a campaign fittingly called Love is Out There. Over the years since Mike's death, Katie has spread the word about FTD as a facilitator of the Boston area FTD support group. She is a lead volunteer with the Association of Frontotemporal Degeneration and is a consultant to the Frontotemporal Disorders Unit at Massachusetts General Hospital. Katie's mission is to reach out to other families coping with the disorder and provide comfort and assistance. She has shared her story with others through local newspapers and radio shows and the Boston Globe. Katie has said, quote, "An ordinary love story has brought me to extraordinary circumstance. It is not a place I expected to be," she says, "but I have chosen to embrace it, knowing that if I keep moving forward, I will find that love is out there. It is indeed out there. And today the love is in here as well. We are pleased and proud to honor Mike and Katie's journey by presenting the 2015 Lux and Tenebris Award to Mrs. Katie Brandt.
Hello, everyone. I am so overwhelmed with joy and happiness at this prestigious honor and the opportunity to come back here and celebrate the love that Mike and I shared. Now, many of you had the chance to know my husband as a teacher, a friend, or a colleague. And there's a short person behind me, but can you stand right here? But I want you to have the chance to know our son, Noah. So Noah is 7 years old and in first grade. He's learning to play the ukulele. He loves Mexican food, and he's a rising baseball star. In fact, In fact, the other night, Noah had an amazing double play. I'll tell them. So Noah was playing second base. There was a runner on first, and a heavy hitter, a second grader, came up to bat. The first pitch was thrown, and crack! It was a line drive to Noah's glove. All the parents and coaches were going crazy, and Noah was standing there. He couldn't believe it. So we kept yelling advice. Tag the runner, go to first. And Noah was confused, and he started chasing the batter, who still thought he had a chance at making it to first. So we kept yelling things, and finally, the first base coach went out on the field, picked up Noah, and plunked him down on first base. Right, yeah. So later that night, I was tucking Noah into bed, and we were reliving the moment, and he says to me, Mom, I wasn't even paying attention. Noah got surprised out on that baseball field. He wasn't sure where to go. His first instinct sent him in the wrong direction. And ultimately, he needed someone else to help him achieve his goal. But Noah did the most important thing, the thing that only he could do. He never dropped the ball. Right? When my husband Mike was diagnosed at the age of 29 with a terminal illness, I was in shock. I was confused. I didn't know which way to go. And it turned out that I needed help from friends, family, doctors, nurses, hospice staff to get Mike to where he needed to be. In the end, I realized that it didn't matter that I didn't know exactly what to do, because it was my job to do the most important thing, to focus on our relationship, to focus on the thing that only I could focus on, the love that we had created together. Today, you are all on the precipice of something huge. We're about to let you loose in this wild world. Life is gonna throw you curveballs. Noah, here, help mommy 1 minute, right? It's gonna throw you curveballs, pitches that were faster than you expected, and you're gonna feel like you don't know what to do. But I want to tell you today that you're already ready, because you're equipped with all the skills you need, based on a foundation of love that your families have built for you, and that has been supported by this amazing community here at St. Thomas Aquinas. The best part of Noah's double play was when he ran off the field at the end of the inning with a huge smile on his face, and he said, Mom, did you see that? And I was happy to say, yes. Mike is seeing us today. Big smile, so happy and proud. Not just for all the work that I've done, but because the community that he loves so much, all of you, still have open arms and love for Noah and I. Thank you for this honor. Okay, what are you going to say? Say it to the kids. Say, Go ahead and say congratulations.
Congratulations.
Okay. You did it. You did it, buddy.